Okay, so this bracket is something that I'm currently still developing and adding features to. But basically, this is it. So it's made to hold a specific flashlight, but it could very well hold other flashlights too because there's a tapered hole here. So, and I think this is a pretty ubiquitous size. A lot of flashlights have a similar shape. So um, this bracket could also possibly be used for other things too. Maybe a support bracket if you wanted to put something across. But anyway, or maybe hold a little I don't know, a little container that holds water. You put a little air plant in there or aquatic plant, whatever. Anyway, anyway, a few things. So I intended to use it primarily on these mesh organizer screens, like these grids made out of wire mesh. They have different kinds of hooks and baskets you can hang on. So, but I also figured it would be a good idea to have screw mount holes. So I designed them for this size screw, um, which I actually don't know the exact size. I just grabbed from the assortment that I have. So just to show you the size of this, so that the head is 5.7 millimeters. The shank the shank is 2.5 millimeters, and of course you could use whatever length you want. So it fits quite nicely. The countersink is in the model file. It prints with the countersink. It's nice and flush. Uh, Now, for the simplicity of printing, I didn't want to have any support material getting printed, so what I decided to do was make these little cleats that these screw into. So the size that I have it set at right now seems to be pretty good, because I don't want to bite too much into the plastic, but I also don't want to do too much work to put this together. So what I mean is I want to be able to just screw it in. I don't want to have to like heat up the screw so the plastic melts or deforms, preventing it from breaking. If you try to screw directly into a printed plastic piece, you could easily fracture it. Um, so the the whole size is basically line on line. It's basically the same size. I'll show you what it came out to realistically. So it's measuring at about 2.6, give or take. We'll call it 2.6. Which let me just see. Look in the. Let me just see the numbers one more time. Okay. I was just double checking in the viewfinder on the phone. Viewfinder, the screen. Looking at the screen of the phone to make sure that the numbers were visible from this view, because I can't see what's being recorded right now. So put that screw in there, and let's screw it in. Let me put this down first. And it bites, but I don't think it's going to crack or split. Oh, oh, no, it did. But not because the hole was too. Oh, silly me. Okay, design flaw. I should say stupid me. I didn't make the hole deep enough in there. So when the screw bottomed out, oops, oh. Run away, plastic piece. When the screw hit the bottom, pushed. Actually, let's do this. Let's see. Which side is the? There we go. We'll screw this part in like this. So, got about 1.5 millimeters sticking out there, give or take. But that 1.5 millimeters was enough to push that plastic piece out because there's no relief, there's no spot for it there. So what I'm gonna do is, well, let's think about this. I don't think I have a point narrow enough to, oh, actually, this is narrow enough to come in from this side. If I'm really careful, I could probably get in there and make the hole a little deeper. Of course, I could come from this side too. Well, let's try it right now. Let's see, is this still plugged in? Yeah, yes it is. Yes, it is. So it's, what temperature is it set to right now? It's set to about 500 Fahrenheit. That's I don't know, maybe about 260 Celsius. All right, it's already at temperature. So first of all, let's just see. Oh yeah, that goes right in there. All right, so what I'm gonna do, set one of these on there. I'm gonna try to go nice and straight. Of course, probably, geez, am I gonna be able to keep my hand steady enough? All right, that was probably enough. That was probably more than enough. I probably widened out the, but you know, even if I touch this outer part, the further depths of that hole are going to be fine because this tip, this soldering tip, is tapered. So if I hit the top a little bit, that's fine. The inside is not getting widened out. All right, let's try this one, nice and straight. Okay. I think that's good. Now where? Yeah, there we go. Up there. All right, now let's give it a try. I mean, if these things break again, it's no big loss. These took mere minutes to print. And most of the time was the calibration, which I probably should have just turned off. I don't think I need to run calibration every time. The noise dampening and auto leveling. No, this one cracked too. Now, let's see why. Because it's possible that the soldering tip didn't hit direct center, so I might have put a hole, but not in the right spot. Let's see. Well, this definitely had a hole, because let's compare it to, oh, I forgot, I destroyed the original sample. Well, the original hole, before I plunged the soldering iron into it, had just a little divot from where the point of the screw dug in. And this one is much deeper, but still wasn't enough. So I guess what I got to do is redesign these. Unfortunately, they're probably all going to break. Or I could try plunging it even deeper. Well, we know we might as well do it, because they're just going to break anyway if we don't. So I've got 4 more to test here. Let's turn this back on. And this time, basically, I'm going to go all the way down until the tip hits the plate. And it's going to widen out the top, but that's okay, because it's just going to be a waste anyway. It's also going to leave some melted plastic around the rim sticking up, so oops. Okay. So now to clean that up, so flatten that out a little bit. Flatten that just a bit. Move it in. And same thing for this one. Smooth that out. Now, I am going to update this file, so future versions of this will have the error corrected, but of course I'm still going to try to make these usable. Besides, want to test it anyway. Alright, so those are original, right? Why did those look like they were... No, okay. Those are definitely the original. Okay, I know I was in the middle of saying something and I trailed off. Oh well. Alright, so let's see. Should probably use some sandpaper or a razor blade to make that really flat. Well, I don't have any sandpaper within arm's reach, and I don't feel like going into the other room to get it. Also, sanding makes a lot of dust. It makes more of a mess. I'd rather just grab this razor blade, which was within arm's reach, and just clean this up a little bit so it's nice and flush. Oh, that's good enough. All right, now let's try it again. Make sure it goes in nice and straight. I felt like it went in pretty cockeyed. Oh, that's better. Of course, the other solution could be just don't tighten it all the way, but okay. Now these last few turns are a little tough. Ah, are you kidding me? Really? Okay, that one's still snapped. All right. Well, if that one snapped, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's try it again. This time I'm gonna put this over the hole here, and I'm gonna plunge through. I'm gonna make sure I go all the way through, and I'm gonna put this razor blade underneath, so I don't stab the plastic underneath. Okay, so let's grab our trusty soldering iron again. Put that over the hole. Okay, it's at temperature. Let's go all the way through. Did not go all the way through yet. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that time it left a dot, but you could tell. Maybe you can't. Let me adjust the camera and zoom in a little bit. There you go. You could tell it's not completely on center. Or at least I think you could tell. So I don't know if that's enough of an off-center hole for it to not work. Now the other thing that stinks is plunging it in that much made a mess up here. So obviously the easiest thing to do would just be redesign this, make that inner diameter, make the diameter of the hole go deeper just by a little bit. But just for the fun of it, just for the heck of it, let's see what it takes. Let's see what it takes to make it work. Now this is a mess, so let's clean this up. Or you know what? I'm curious. Instead of pushing the plastic back into the hole to make sure that there's enough for the screw to grip onto, I'm just gonna cut that off very carefully. Because because I don't have much to hold on to. All right, there we go. Now I can keep my hand further away while applying pressure. Okay, I'm curious. I want to see how loose that screw feels now after pushing that soldering iron in and pushing some of the plastic up and out. All right. So let's see. Now let's see if this one works. Definitely goes in further right away, but it still threads in. And there we go. That one goes all the way, and it feels very sturdy. So I'll do that for another one. We'll plunge it all the way down. We'll see if I can get lucky and get it more on center this time, but apparently, even if it's not perfectly on center, the relief provided by it will be enough. There will be enough space to allow the screw to go all the way in without cracking the part. So, all right, and okay. Okay. It's about the same size hole we had last time. It's also a little off center. That's okay. Oh, you know what? Let me remove the plastic while it's still relatively warm. Easier. I probably waited too long already. I should have been quicker about that. There we go. Good. Now, I'm probably not going to use these permanently anyway. I'm going to use them for now. But, you know, I don't know if I'm putting any stress on this, you know, as I'm working it, as I was like clamping down on it and, you know, doing everything that I was just doing. So I'd feel much better about it if I just printed new ones and use those. But, you know, these are probably fine. As long as this one doesn't crack when I thread it in. You know, it's pretty good. Seems all right. So now let's go hang it up and put the flashlight in it. Okay, now I'm going to try to not speak too loudly, so hopefully I'm loud enough for the recording, because it's late and I don't want to wake my son or wife up. So actually, where can I've got to reorganize. This is a mess right now, but I have these grids. I'm missing the correct word right now. It's not coming to my head, but these organizer racks. So these squares are 40 by 40 millimeter. So this one I just used some bent wire to create hooks. So that works as well. But now here's the little attachable cleat option. Lower it a little bit. Oh, this is in the way. Need space, need space. Let me move that. Okay, good, that's gone. And now to hang this up right there. Okay. Actually, I'll hang it over this basket in case it breaks. That way the flashlight doesn't fall down too far. So, you know, it works. I could, yeah, no. I think that's the right amount of space. You don't want to make those too close, because then it's not easy to slip it on and off. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Actually, let me pause it again. So that's it for this video. I'm gonna do some more work on this and probably make a follow-up video, but it's late and I've got a class early in the morning to teach. I've got classes tomorrow and I need to get some sleep. So I'm gonna have to say that's it for now. That's it for tonight. And last thing I'm gonna do is I will upload this video tonight, but then that's it. Then I'll get to bed. Thanks for watching. Please check back in for more stuff that I hopefully have in the future. See ya.